Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. With the holidays and just being busy, I was getting the boats ready and things, and I was like, wow, I haven't done a video in a couple weeks. But I did get something recently that I wanted to show you guys, and you've probably heard about it. If you haven't, this will be something new for you. And I got these from Keitech, these hover rigs for the hover strolling technique, which is new, which is a new way to kind of fish that I haven't really done a lot. And Matt Stefan, if you ever see Matt Stefan fishing, Johnny Schultz, who does Fish at the Moment, they came up with this. This is their company, Keitech. And I grabbed 2 bags. They do, this is a very finessey technique if you haven't seen it. This is a 3/64 ounce in a 1/0 3-pack, and they come in 3-packs. Those are the only 2 sizes they have, so I got 2 of those. And this is the bigger size, which I think is an 1/8 if I remember right, yeah. And this is an 1/8 ounce with a 3/0 hook. So this is for your bigger baits if you want to do your hover strolling with, say, a creature bait or, you know, something other than a finesse bait. Now, I've been working on getting better at how to rig these. And if you look on Matt Stefan's site, he's got a lot of rigging that he does. I think Randy Blockett did some ones where he was rigging these up. And really, there's any bait you can think of you can use. So far, what I've found has been the easiest one, and I think it's just the material and the softness, and the fact that it's a little wet, is the Berkley Max Scent, the 4.25, the flatworm. And let's see where, oh, this is it. I just have, I have mostly 4-inch sizes, which I'm sure it'll work too. But this one seems to go into the bait the easiest so far. I'm still getting the hang of it. I did one before on a fluke, which I kind of did okay. It was a little crooked. So I'm working on different baits on how to rig this. And I'll show you the best I can. I am new at this too, on how I rig this bait like this on the flatworm, the 4.25 inch, which seems easier. I'm going to actually try it on a 4-inch and see if it'll work. So this might be a complete disaster. It may not work. It may be too small of a piece of plastic. But I am going to try it anyway. And I'm going to use this green pumpkin candy color, which I love. So I think just the softness of the Max Scent makes it easier to get that through there. Just looking at the 4-inch, I think that I can see why they recommend the 4.25, because I think the 4.25 is going to be, so I'm not even going to try it with the 4-inch. I don't think that's going to be a big enough bait. Another one that Matt was showing was the Keitech, the Shad Impact, the 4-inch. So maybe I'll try and rig one up on there. These are pretty slimy, so they'll probably work well. I did, when I was doing it with the fluke, what I did, let me take it out of the pack and show you first before I get rigging here. So, you know, Keitech hover rig. And this new rig makes it easier, so you don't have to be putting bullet weights into your bait and then, you know, putting a hook through there. This is what the hover rig looks like. So you've got your weight, or your metal, your hook, got a little weed keeper. You can chop that off if you don't want a make this more weedless. If you're fishing open water, you probably don't even need it. Sometimes it does get in the way maybe with rigging, so I just kind of bend it back, like right here, because you're going to rig this a little differently than you're used to. And there's other videos online you can check out too. I'm going to try it with this Shad Impact. I haven't done it with it yet. I have found that this Max Scent, this flatworm, works the easiest. But I know I saw a video and Matt was using this, the 4-inch Keitech. And this is a sexy shad color, which is a great color. So if I rig this up well, I might use it tomorrow. Now, when you take this into the bait, you're not going into the snout of the bait. You're going to kind of go, I kind of measure like the hook length. If you guys, I hope you guys can see that good. Then I kind of go in right there. And the thing I found the hardest is just making sure I keep this straight. So I'm going in right there. I'm not going in the nose of it. And I'm going to run, the sexy shad bait kind of makes it easy. I can follow the different color lines and try and keep it as straight as possible. I have found that doing it sometimes, I make my bait a little crooked. So I'm trying to get better at it. But it's like anything else. You know, the more you do it, and these have a little little slot on top, which makes it easy. So I've just taken the bait, I've gone through and pushed it up to the metal. So there you go. So now my hook is, now I've got this, you can imagine what this is going to look like. Here's my hook, but I've got this little point here. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull that bait back and cinch it over the top of that point. Well, it actually went pretty good. Then you can put your bait, your weedless little keeper thing there. It actually came out pretty good. Maybe I'm getting better at it. The more you do, the better you get at it. So this is ready to fish. And what this does, this has a really cool gliding action, which I've seen on videos. I haven't done it myself, so I'm going to get out tomorrow and fish. Hopefully I'm going to try this out, and I can actually see it for myself, depending on how clear the water is. But that's it. That's the hover rig for hover strolling. And you're going to get that, like, that real weird, you know, the bait is just going to go the way it wants and glide down. So it's really kind of a cool finesse technique, which I would think would be really enticing to the fish. Like I said, you can, if you want to have that weed guard on there, you can. You could snip that off. And like I said, I've tried other baits. I found the harder plastic baits are a little more difficult. That's why I think these baits, like the Max Scent, that are a little squishy, these Keitechs that are really squishy, really soft. I know that I think one of the videos I saw, somebody was doing it with a Senko. You guys like to throw Senkos? It's another way to do it. I tried it with the fluke, but I did tear it up a little bit. So what like I said, I was going to put some scent on there just to make the metal a little more, go in a little better. And when I did that, it went into the plastic a little better. But you could even use this with that bigger one. You could probably use this 5-inch one. Actually, you know what? Let's try and rig it up. I have not done this before. This is a live demonstration that I've never done. Now this is the 5-inch at impact. This is Pro Blue Red Pearl. Let's see how that works on the bigger, because I haven't even used the bigger size yet. So it's good that I show you this anyway. This is the bigger size, the 1/8 size with the 3/0 hook. So you've got a bigger hook, a little heavier bait, still very finessey. But let's try with that 5-inch one, see how that works. So I'm going to do the same thing. You don't want to go right in the tip, so kind of go, I kind of measure with my hook. So wherever that hook kind of hits, that's where I kind of go in. And then with these baits that have the line from the, you know, the two-tone colors, you can kind of just follow that line. And then these are nice because they have that little slot on top, so you know you're staying straight. Cinch it through, push it up on. That actually doesn't look bad. See, now here's the part that, you know, you have to get used to doing, pulling the bait and sticking it back in there, which actually that worked pretty easy. Maybe I'm getting better. That's actually pretty straight. So there it is. That's the bigger size, the 1/8 with the 3/0 on the 5-inch Keitech. Fits pretty good. That's the first time you guys have seen it live here on YouTube. First time I've done that one. So now I've got 3 hover rigs ready to fish tomorrow. So it's pretty kind of cool. I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing the action. Every bait, I would imagine, is going to give you a different flow into the water. And this one will be different because it's heavier. So this might have a different drop. But so far, the flatworm is the easiest one to put on. But just doing these 2 Keitechs, they're pretty easy too. The harder plastics seem to be a little more difficult. I would recommend using some kind of a scent on the core part of the hover rig here. Put some scent on there, make it a little slick, and it'll slide into those soft plastics better. So I'm going to work on the fluke and see if I can get better at doing it. I haven't done it with the Senko yet, but I think these are the kind of baits that these, almost, bait fish style baits will probably work better. But I have seen some videos where they're using like the Max Scent Creature and things like that, and I can see that being, I think any of the Max Scent a line is going to be very easy to rig, and I'm going to try it on all of them as time goes by. Like I said, just got these a week or two ago, and the first time I throw it, first time I try it out will be the next time I go fishing, because I have not thrown this yet. But now I've got 3 rigged up, so I may just throw these in a bag and bring them to the lake tomorrow. But that's it, guys. That's the Core Tackle Hover Rig. Matt Stefan, Johnny Schultz, they are the creators of this. It's their company. It's their new terminal tackle they came out with. Check out coretackle.com. I'll put you a link to that in the description of the video. And, you know, try it out. It really looks like it will be a great finesse thing to try out, you know, on your local lakes. And I'm looking forward to trying it out here and seeing how it works. But that's it. Like I said, if anybody else has been using the hover rig, has any baits that they think are good for rigging, because it's a little bit of different rigging, takes a little practice, but as you guys see, and if I can do it, anybody can. Just practice makes perfect. But if anybody has any baits they used that they found work really well with it, or easier to rig, let me know. And you know, I would imagine, you know, very finessey, 6-8 pound line. You know, I'll throw some fluoro on my one spinning reel rod combo, 8 pound line, some fluoro. Throw this out and let it just do its thing. Let it just do its thing. It'll be something the fish have not seen, definitely. And if you're fishing open water, you can always snip off that weed guard if you don't think you need it. There you go. So there's 3 options for you. You guys who want to try some hover rigging. This might even be a good bait for if you're sight fishing. You know, it may swim away from the bed on you, which is a possibility, but there's only one way to find out. It'll definitely be something they have not seen. So that's it, guys. So like I said, this is a new technique for me. I will keep you updated on how I'm doing with it. You know, I'm going to bring the Tacticams with me tomorrow. Maybe I'll get some video, and if I catch a fish on it, I'll show it to you when I put that together. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if anybody has any comments, questions about the hover rig, let me know. Or experience with it, let me know. You know, and share it with the other members of the channel. Thanks for everybody who subscribed to the channel. Almost getting to 850 subscribers, so almost getting to 900, working to 900, and then the big goal of getting to 1,000 eventually. So I just gotta keep the videos going, and you guys keep spreading the word. So I appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.